Hey everybody, welcome back. It's AGT time, sort of. So we're into the quarterfinals, the live shows, and of course we did our normal video where we talk in between commercials about the acts we just saw for the actual live show. But now they did the judge cuts, so we're trying something a little different. And well, not judge cuts, I guess, just the results show. There we go, the results. I'll get the words right eventually. Again, this is new, so working with the format, we'll see how it goes from here. But I thought I'd just run through a little recap of what happened and then compare the results of what actually happened to our predicted results, which, for the most part, we were pretty close on what we agreed upon. So the show started off and it had, the first round of, it showed the dunk and save people, the bubble acts, and I was really, really surprised with most of the bubble acts. It was Deadly Games, Hara, and what's her name? Lori Mae Hernandez. Sorry, still getting rid of this cold, almost done. Lori Mae Hernandez, not really a surprise she was on the bubble, because like we said, we really like her, but you start talking politics and it can be very divisive, so I'm not surprised she's on the bubble with America. But the other two, very, very surprised they were the bubble acts, especially Deadly Games, because they're really entertaining. I can see how a lot of people might be like, well, Haro, we've seen before, stuff like that. So, anyways, they were the bubble acts. But then we move on, and it was interesting, too, because the graphic actually switched to Daniel Joyner underneath, and they were showing, like, the percentages of who to vote for. And then when they came back from the break, Nick did mention that, and all was well. But I just thought that was cool. So we move on to the first group, and it was just a set of two, and it was Musicality, and it was Dorothy Williams. Well, come on, we're pretty much all knowing by this point, Musicality's going through. No surprise there. But then after that, we had a second group. That was Jana Bryant and Laura Bretan, the two singers. Shocking, they both went through. Okay, no real surprise there. Then we had the previous winners montage, and Piff, yay, Piff! Piff is always a good thing, although I would have loved to see a performance of his other than outside. I would have enjoyed seeing a Piff performance over seeing the Matt Franco performance. I was underwhelmed with that. But the Paul Zerden thing was still really fun, especially him doing his Simon impression and the puppet learning levitation, so I really, really quite enjoyed that. It's also just something I noticed is it's funny how America is always voting through all the singers, yet the ones from this show that are always successful are the magicians and the ventriloquists, basically. You don't really, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I haven't been following all of it, but you don't really ever hear about any of the singers from these shows, really, not in general. So there you go. It shows what America has great taste in music. Okay, look, that's a very divisive comment. That's why I don't do a lot of music stuff on here. Music is incredibly subjective, much like comedy itself, so whatever. But speaking of comedy, Paul Zerden did puppeteer Nick Cannon. That was pretty interesting, but I want to know where his hand was. Moving on. Then we had the first winning magician, Matt Franco. His sleight of hand, I don't know if it's the camera angles or what, but it just wasn't doing it for me. I wasn't really impressed, particularly when you have John Dorenbos being like freaking amazing with his sleight of hand skills. So we went into the third group of outlaws, Daniel Joyner, and both lost. So actually that was a little bit of a surprise. I would have thought America would have put Daniel Joyner through, but we're not really fans, so okay, cool. Then we had the fourth group, Scylla Sveta, TapeFace, and John Dorenbos. And at first I'm like, well, wait a minute, America, the judges, they saved the one from, so I had my math all wrong, and I was like, shouldn't all three of these people be going through? Luckily I was wrong. Of course, John Dorenbos, awesome. TapeFace, yes. I'm so glad to hear the crowd scream for him, too, because that gives me hope that he's going to go very far. And then Scylla Sveta, yeah, okay, that's fine. They can go. And then after that, then we did the Judges Save Act, and America saved Lori Mae Hernandez. So, cool. Good on you, America. Good job. Then we had the judge save, and it was a tie, and they were like running out of time, so they had to go to the America votes, and it turned out to be Deadly Games, so that was cool. But I kind of thought it would be so hilarious if like they literally were so rushed for time that Nick is like opening the envelope and he's like, and the winner is, and then it cuts to black and we don't know. Like, has that ever happened? Because I just think that would be pretty damn funny. But that's pretty much what happened on the results show. So just to let you know, let me compare here real quick. I have to kind of look at my notes because everything's complicated and we're figuring out how to handle this better. But we did not send Jana Brown through, but we assumed America would vote. So we had that one. Our personal taste had it wrong, but our assumption of the America voting, we had it right. Hara, we all had it going through, and we had America putting him through. So we were definitely totally wrong on that one. Then Outlaws, I think we We had them going through, but we assumed America would pick Jana Brown over Outlaws, so we were kind of right and kind of wrong. We had Musicality going out, so we're totally wrong on that. We had Laura Mae Hernandez as the judge save. We weren't thinking about America save or Bubble Axe. We'll do that next week. We'll try to make our predictions on that too. So we were kind of close to being right on that, so I'll give us half points for that. Mike and Mary wanted her to go through. I was just kind of like, she was a bubble act for me. Deadly Games, we all wanted them to go through. We just assumed they would, so it was interesting that they were the judge save. Technically, they were the judge save. I guess America actually saved them. Technically, the judges didn't really save anybody this time around. So we're, okay, 3/4 of a point for our Lori Mae Hernandez save. I don't know what just dinged because everything is muted here. Oh, my phone's not muted. Moving on. John Dornboss, we all had going through. No surprise there. He's beloved. We all had Daniel Joyner going out, but we thought maybe Lori Mae would go home and America would vote him through. We were glad to be wrong there. All had TapeFace staying in. TapeFace is going deep into this competition. We all had Dorothy going out. That's no real surprise. Scylla Sveta, we all had going through, but we had America voting out in place of Laura Bertan, so we're kind of right about that. So anyways, that's kind of where we stand with what we predicted and everything. So let us know, what were your predictions? Were you right? Were you wrong? Were you happy with the results? Did your favorites stay on? Did your least favorites get kicked off? All that stuff. Let's geek out about it down in the comments. If you have any suggestions for how you'd like to see us handle these, let me know, because, you know how this channel works. It's an ebb and flow thing. I try things and see, we just try to make it as good as we can here. So comment away and let me hear it. Other than that, you can give us hit that thumbs up and give us the thumbs up of encouragement. It's always nice and encouraging. Subscribe if you're new here. We do all kinds of fun, nerdy, geeky stuff every single day here on the TheEricButts channel. And of course, share with your friends so we can all geek out and nerd out together, all right? Cool. Other than that, you want more, you want to help support the channel, you need more videos, all that stuff, check out the link to Patreon. You might like it, you might not. Cool stuff is happening over there, and I'm having a fun time over there with a few of you guys. So, all right, cool kids. Well, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I will see you guys later.